Great minds, great minds, great minds, great minds. Vickie Paladino was born in Whitestone, New York, the better of the two Stones, the daughter of a World War II veteran. Though he died when she was only 6, she has carried on his legacy by also devoting her life to fighting and fascism. She was given the name Vickie after the Roman goddess of bootlicking, after reporting the hospital nurses who slapped her as illegal and having them deported. Her childhood was short, rough, and formative. When she had her menopause at the age of 7, she discovered an enlightened state, unencumbered by the burdens of joy. Her mind froze, an immaculate snapshot of 1950s racial and sexual Americana. Until half a century later, at the ripe age of 66, when Paladino left behind her small business roots in her family's jewelry empire to enter public service. She would be the voice New York City craved and lacked, the tender and humanist candidate sent to the city's greatest legislative body by her fellow great minds that brought us such moral stalwarts as George Santos. Her public persona for this new role was carefully considered, resulting in the perfect blend of her two great idols, the convincing tan and magnificent hair of Donald Trump, and the philosophy and aesthetic stylings of Cruella de Vil. Unfortunately, and unfairly, her grand campaign for city council in 2020 coincided with the outbreak of a devastating global pandemic. While the city completely shut down, residents made heroic sacrifices to slow the spread of an untreatable virus, killing tens of thousands of their neighbors and necessitating morgue overflow trucks in Central Park. Paladino knew exactly the sort of somber tribute to the dead a city in mourning needed. Naturally, city residents have turned to this oracle of wisdom from the Common Sense Caucus for all of their urban cultural touchstones. As a defining, near singular plank of her political platform, Vickie has called for cyclists to be forced to register their bikes and carry license plates, so her son and spokesperson can run one over and finally secure a plate for himself. As part of her campaign against those not driven through New York by personal chauffeur, Vickie has recently even vowed to fight a greenway in her district.
We're waterlined.
For the sight of children playing, older folks enjoying the water, and residents walking dogs greatly disturbs her.
Waterlined.
Vickie requires the coats from neighborhood dogs to be plush and from underexerted specimens, like foie gras geese, unspoiled by regular exercise and general exuberance.
They want to connect every neighborhood to come down and around the bend, hit us at College Point, go through Whitestone, Beechhurst, Malba, and right through to Fort Taunton. Not allowed to happen in District 19. I forbid it.
In this, the greatest challenge of her professional life, Paladino's powers will be tested beyond even her understanding, for the nefarious forces aligned against her have already stripped her of her council committees in an attempt to level the playing field and give the drag queens of the city a fighting chance against her in the contest to be the top hag in a terrible dress telling fantastical stories.